moving them out of the little brooder into the big brooder.
Your madness, it's so
Drop them in. Drop them.
incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right and away, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa.
Let's go. Woo! Hello. Hello.
Life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium.
Hey everyone! So you may have seen this barn previously in the front of our yard. It was just being used for storage. We've never really used it for a whole lot. We have now relocated it into the back so we could create a couple different pens and a brooder area and separate some of our chickens. Now Mike is just putting in, knocking out some wood there and putting in some of the old windows that we had for some light, and I think he'll work on building out the barn. I've been working on cleaning up our garden area. Duty calls, guys, duty calls. There you go. Is that better? Is that good? Yeah.
What do I believe? What makes me feel it to write you this song? 2 hours a day, 5 months and a year. Oh, I loved you too long.
Oh, looks awesome. So just so you guys see, this is inside of the barn. Pretty decent. Got a little tiny loft up there. Build out some areas back in there with some run doors that go out to our existing run. Get a feel for it. That is what we used for our roosters last year. So they'll be thankful for the new shelter they're getting. Looks good for now, just so we have a little bit more light to work in the barn. Might do a window up there with some ventilation later, not sure.
There, finished framing in my window. Now I need to silicone it. You're doing great. We got that all cut. Hey, Danica? You grounding barefoot?
So Mike's just rigging something up here. We are, like I said, in our barn. And if you've followed us for a while and you know anything about any of the builds we've done, from the Winnebago to the chicken coops to our playground to just anything we've done, you use what you got. Don't go buy some more stuff. These are all just scrap wood pieces we have lying around, some old fencing, and yeah, you do what you gotta do. There's no sense in going out and buying all brand new. Hey guys, back again. Life with kids. A small task of building out your old barn for a chicken coop can take several weeks, weekends. Uh-oh. Dog stole her food. says, yeah, another one. Okay, we'll be back. See you again. Putting on hold just to go up.
No, Zelda's outside. What's his name?
His name is Twinkle Toes.
Twinkle Toes. We have a Twinkle Toes.
Yeah, but a pool wish is Twinkle Toes now.
I look into your eyes, I see we're out of time.
Making some sprouts for the chickens.
I guess no one's to blame.
Lemon tree.
Nobody crossed the line.
And our Cavendish banana.
I guess we couldn't see somehow we
All right, so we're gonna talk about what I just did here. I've actually taken the seedlings out of the smaller containers and I buried the stems right up to the bottom leaf. Makes the stems stronger. I also forgot to put my fan on this year for some reason, which is a silly thing. Creates kind of like a natural climate, strengthens the stems, so I'm gonna start doing that right away here. But yeah, so I've replanted all my tomato varieties.
tears and the laughter. How could we fall so fast?
Oh, she shit all over me.
I'll get you a ring.
Icelandic.
I'm
This is our only Icelandic.
I'm telling this one do.
We got.
No.
We're great. Can you reach one?
Danica, Daddy can't reach them all when you're in his way. So how many?
So this is our one Icelandic. We had 6 in the incubator and only 2 hatched. One passed away. He wasn't growing. He stayed little. It's kind of sad. But this is our one Icelandic. Hopefully it's a hen. It looks like it's a hen.
Yeah, we said in a last video that we had got some eggs from Breezy Bird Farms in Manitoba. And hey, it's what you get with shipping. Personally, I think there might have been some malnutrition in the hens because our hatch rate out of those eggs was not great. Definitely seeing some issues. Whereas our hatch rate from our own chickens was 100%, and those guys are growing and they're eating. I urge caution, I guess, when ordering from places. The reviews were good, but I've recently read some reviews and they aren't the greatest anymore. So I think she's just got busy and a little overwhelmed and now having some issues with her chickens, which that's okay. Oh, I would watch out. These guys are good. I got ready to jump out.
Good. I'll catch another one. Just switch them. They can't get out of here.
Yeah.
Polish?
I got it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a wood.
What do you got? Is that a black copper
It would
Moran?
hop onto this
Hey,
and they
is that a
would
black copper Moran?
Black Copper Moran mixed with Americana, I think.
Yeah. So it's a olive egger.
Yeah. If,
F1.
yeah, if it's a hen. Oh! She just pulled its tail!
Oh, you don't pull its tail. Keep playing with him.
I'm gonna apologize. This vlog may seem a little bit all over the place, but it's just life on the acreage, homestead, whatever you call it, come spring. There's so much to do, so little time to get it done. Our seasons are very short here in Canada. It's definitely a fun time where I get to start cleaning up all my beds and see what made it through the long, hard winters. So we're getting our garden beds all cleaned up. We got something super exciting gonna be getting built in this spot. That is gonna be a future video. I am not gonna reveal, but if you want, you could take some guesses about what we're gonna build there and what we're going through the building permit process right now with our municipal county. fun stuff. Yeah, we're gonna be building something over there. Make sure you come back because it's super exciting. And I guess we'll just go on a little bit. So yeah, this vlog's a mixture of homestead and gardening. We got the baby chicks moving out to the barn that we've moved from the front of our yard to the back of our yard. Yeah, lots of stuff going on. We'll go around the side of our house here because we got more stuff going on over here. We're gonna take a couple of these cubes like we have in our garden and start collecting rainwater because it seems to be quite rare these days.
Put on cement blocks so it doesn't sink.
They tell us here in Alberta we're officially in drought, and I believe it. It was one really dry winter, not a lot of snow, very little runoff this spring, and it is end of April. Our grass is just starting to turn green now. But yeah, you can really notice it in the trees and the plants this year, how dry everything is. So we just figured we might as well collect as much rainwater as we can.
So yeah, we hooked up our rainwater so we can collect it from our eaves. So what we did was cut it a little higher up and then put 2 90s on it and into the tank. So at least we'll have some water if it does rain. Well, it looks like we might get some, but I'm not counting on it.
So back there, that's where we moved the barn. That's where we got our baby chicks going in now. That's where our old flock is, and we will mix them together soon. Separate off some roosters. Give those hens some much needed break because, yeah, they deserve it. Well, they're all in the barn and they're liking it. So yeah, got just built out. Mike's done a very good job. Tulips coming in. Sleeping like a child. These are some of my oriental lilies. And inside we got all different types of tomatoes. We've got beefsteaks, romas, cherries, I don't even know anymore, and several different types of peppers. Let's get in here. We got some Hungarian wax, we got bells, we got habaneros, we got some jalapenos and some banana peppers. And then yeah, different types. I got baby Romas, Roma VFs, cherries, beefsteaks, some more German chamomile to add to the stuff outside. So yeah, every year is different depending on what I decide to plant in the garden, but things like my peppers and my herbs and tomatoes, I like to start inside underneath the lights, end of February, beginning of March. And depending on what else I am, some other stuff I start early. However, I seem to have better luck just putting the seeds in the ground. So there's certain stuff like your carrots, your potatoes, like your rooted vegetables, your beets, all that kind of stuff. I lots of times can even throw in the ground before our May long weekend. Everything else, I wait until June 4th or June 5th actually to bring them out. I harden them off in between May long weekend and then by June 4th or 5th, my garden is usually fully planted. I've seen some pretty wicked frost here right up into the beginning of June, and then our tomato plants just were destroyed and it was like starting over. So I'd rather just wait that extra couple weeks and be safe than sorry instead of having to cover all my stuff all the time, because that's a lot of work as well. That's kind of our garden update, and like I said, right now I'm just prepping and seeing what kind of all made it through and pulling out all the old quackgrass and getting the beds ready for another year of growing.
Full stop. Can't believe
This is a willow tree we had planted. Looks like it made it through the winter. And this is it's a maple tree. It is a silver cloud maple. And again, it looks like it's made it through the winter. That's good signs. So yeah, this is like what I'm talking about here. This is one of my just flower beds. I let everything just die off in the fall. I let everything die off in the fall. It helps protect it and over winter, and then we clean up in the spring when we don't have to worry about the frost anymore. So one thing I've really been focusing on is lots of herbs, and we are getting into our fruit bushes and trees, and of course our garden vegetables, trying to be a little bit more self-sustainable that way. And I mean, who wouldn't rather eat homegrown food versus the stuff you buy from the store, because it tastes so much better, and you know what it's sprayed with and where it came from. Yeah, that's one thing we've been really focusing on, and we're gonna continue to do so. I just wanna stop here. I noticed this is some valerian I had planted last year, and it has made it through the winter, so that is awesome. Never planted chives in this bed, but I got chives coming in this bed. One thing I've come to learn about chives is they will grow wherever, and you could pull them out and they just keep coming back, but that's okay. There's not much herbs that actually come back in zone 3 where we live, so I've been experimenting a little bit into the zone 4s, seeing what I can do. This is where my dill will come back. It's come back every year, so I have high hopes for that. Back there I have some mint. We'll have to see about that. That is lemon balm, and we'll see if that comes back again this year. I think it should though. This is some Homestead lavender, and it's nice and green down and below, so it's definitely made it through the winter. I have this on a south side of our house. Well, I guess it would be more like southeast. It is very protected, and I also covered it in, mulched it in all winter long, and made sure it stayed covered. That is a zone 4 herb. Some people have luck getting it to grow, some people don't. So I'm very happy that it is doing okay. And I see here that my echinacea is starting to come back as well. And if you've watched on our previous years, we have hascups, raspberries, some cherry bushes, Saskatoons, or service berries, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, growing on our property as well. And most of them are wild, like that's where all of our service Saskatoon berries and wild raspberries grow. Hey, Spirit. Hey, Spirit. That's our purebred Americana rooster right there. He's a good boy. Good rooster. Zelda. Zelda. He just stole a strawberry top. Oh, Lucy. Lucy was gonna steal it. He's giving it to her. He's giving it to her. No. Are you gonna share it with your hen? You gonna share it, Spirit? I thought you were a good boy. Here we go, guys. Into the barn. What do we got going on in here? Got busy Mike. All right. Hey, guys. I think that will be good, and we got another one that we can put in back there for more separation if we want.
Automatic ventilation fan.
We set up a little bit of ventilation and a
thermostat for the heater. So the heater will kick on at anything below 75 degrees.
fire extinguisher, because you never know.
Yeah, this will give us options for lots of food storage. If we want on a nice day, we can bring them out and the girls can play with them right here. Then close the door and they can have them out here and play.
And we will extend this fence out, connect it to the barn, knock a couple holes over there, and they can come into here, where we can also separate on that side into this side and this coop as well if we want. I'll just back up and give you a whole view of the setup. So it goes all the way over here. They have all this area that we can separate into as well. It goes all the way back to the very back fence and over into this area and then over into that little spot if they need to get out of some sun or some shelter in a storm. I will talk about storms. We had a freak hailstorm that came through last last summer, and it came in so fast that not all of our chickens made it inside, and we ended up actually losing one. Got pelted pretty hard, and I mean the hail that came down was huge. So that is all chickens. I would say our chickens are treated pretty good. They're spoiled, but hey, they're our animals and they provide us with food and enjoyment, so we'll provide them with a good place to live. And this is where we had the baby chicks. That was the brooder setup for the first month there. Not ideal to have them in your garage, lots of dust, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more family fun adventures in Alberta.